Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Limitless Voices. Remember, this is a space for safe conversations and we are saying let's amplify voices. Remember, it's one voice at a time. And if you're coming back for the second time, for the third time, thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope you're learning. I hope you're growing and picking one or two things. And if it's your first time, please don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's keep growing and let's keep commenting and liking so that we keep growing this network. So today, I would like to continue our conversation on stepping out of our comfort zones to discover our talents. And I would like to share with you a challenge that I took on last week. Singing is not my great strength, and growing up, they always laughed at me every time I tried to sing. My sisters would laugh at me, and I also enjoyed it. I would laugh, and I knew I was so terrible at it. I would never do it. So for all that time, I'd never led any song publicly. So when this time was starting, I said, why don't we take on this challenge? And as a team, we said, yes, here we are. Let's take on this challenge. At that moment, it was very exciting. I was looking forward to it. But when that time for the singing was actually drawing closer and closer, I started to get cold feet. I started to ask myself, was this really a great decision that we took? I started saying, I think we should withdraw. I think we should leave it. And I was so scared. And the funny bit is, when we had the very first time of rehearsals, I've never been that nervous. I was nervous. It felt like the seat was burning me. They're like, stand up. I stood, sat, but the pressure inside, some people keep saying the pressure was increasing every other moment. And I was just wondering, is this what I really wanted? And it was so hard. I remember even going to the stage, I was like, oh my, I think this is not what I signed up for. I didn't know what I was really signing up for. But remember, sometimes when we don't stretch, we never grow. So I'm going to first leave you enjoy that video and see how I actually overcame my fear and I was able to sing. I may not really be the best, but for me, the fact that I came out of that shell and gave it a try to lead a song and try to sing a few lines alone, because most times I would say, what, is that my voice? I really sound so terrible, was a plus for me. So first enjoy that video. I hope you've seen and enjoyed that video. Did I seem scared? Hell no, it doesn't even show anywhere that I was scared. And I love, I had this one time from Flavia Tumsime. She said, do it scared, do it nervous. And that is sometimes the attitude that we should have. And the funny bit is, when I'm cleaning and when I'm in the bathroom showering, oh my, I think I'm the best artist. I think I would say I'm a Uganda Juliana, or I would say I'm Naomi Rain, name all those good musicians. But just leading a song was something that I really feared to take on. So what are some of the practical things that have really helped me or practical things that helped me to overcome that fear and take on that challenge, even though I was scared, I was nervous, and I felt like I could not do it. The first thing as a believer is to pray and give this all to God and say, God, I'm here, but I'm really scared. Give me the comfort, give me the strength, give me the peace. And I love the verse in Philippians 4:6-7 that says, let us pray to God with all thanksgiving. And as we are giving him all these thanks, he will give us peace that surpasses all human understanding. And sometimes that peace is all we need to stretch out of our comfort zones. And I'm glad I have him, like I can trust him, I can lean on him to help me, give me the peace that I need to take on some of those hard challenges, like the one that I was previously facing. The other thing is surrounding yourself with a circle of people who are going to be your best encouragers. On this day, all my friends, the people in the worship team, encouraged me. They're like, Susie, you can do it. When we went to stage and I felt like I was becoming nervous before stepping onto the stage, they told me, do some lip drills, breathe in, breathe out. And let me tell you, all this helped me to calm down. I remember when we first started singing the song and it was my turn to come in, I just started laughing instead. But I like that they were patient with me. They encouraged me and they made me feel, hey, you can really do this and take on this challenge. And that really motivated me. And the other thing that has always helped me is a principle that I picked up from Mark Manson's book of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. In this book, there is something he calls the do something principle. And in this principle, he says, you need to do something instead of waiting for motivation to find you. So he says motivation is a byproduct of action. And when you do it, you'll find yourself doing all the work. And you'll be surprised like, hey, I can't believe I did all this work. And there is something that I wrote down here to help just explain. Because most times what we want is motivation. Then from motivation, we get action. And then action, then we shall see results. But in that book, Mark Manson says, instead of waiting for motivation, how about you try doing that task instead of waiting for the motivation to find you? Because honestly, most times you're not going to feel motivated. But when you start doing something, you'll be inspired to finish. And he says, if you're starting it, then don't do it for so many hours. Do it for a few minutes. And then when you do that, it will help you go on and go on. So he says, let's say you want to go to the gym to try out something. What should you start with? Action itself. Maybe carry your gym clothes to work so that immediately you finish, you can easily go to the gym and you're not saying, oh my, again I forgot them. So when you carry them and you're seeing them in your bag and then you actually go to the gym, you'll be motivated. And when you're motivated, then it means we shall see results. And he says, inspiration coupled with motivation and action. And when it's continuously repeated, it gives the best results. So instead of waiting for you to feel the motivation, how about you do something about it? And like I said, I love the thing that the quotes that say, do it scared, do it nervous, do it, I don't know, whichever way you want to do it. But the thing is, do something, start. Don't wait for answers to look for you, but start. And as you're starting, you're going to find motivation. And when you find the motivation, you'll get the results that you really want to see. So praying and believing in God and surrendering to him, this is something that has helped me. Having people around me who are ready to encourage me and push me on has really encouraged me. But I also love this do something principle from Mark Manson's book. that title. Let me leave the title. It's a crazy title, but trust me, there are so many good things in there. It's a book I read in 2023, and you want to go grab it and see what is in there. So the other thing, as I was going through that process of I'm scared, I'm like, is this a good challenge? Do I really want it? I remembered the Motivation Triad. And the Motivation Triad looks like this. It's basically the fundamental drives of us as human beings. And it's basically how our brain is wired. And how is our brain wired? We have these 3 drives. 1, we avoid pain, or we want safety. And then we want to do things that bring us pleasure. And that's what we are saying, seek pleasure. But we also want to conserve energy. And under energy, we want to do things that we don't need to put in so much, but also efficient. So there are the 3 drives. 1 is to avoid pain. The second is to seek pleasure. And the third is to conserve energy. Actually, what some people call it, they call it the 3 E's. And the first one is enjoyment, where we are saying seeking pleasure, is avoiding pain, and also the third one, which is efficiency. So I would like to give an example. Let's say I feel I've grown fat. I want to look good. I don't want to keep tucking in my stomach every time I put on my tight dresses. So what is the pleasure in there? It's I want to look good. And how am I conserving energy? I want to do something. Let's say in order for me, I want to look good, but I want to seek for workouts that are good for me. First of all, that are not going to make me take so many hours in the gym, if it's the gym. If it's walking, not walking so long, but also something that I will enjoy doing. So sometimes when we set those good goals, like for example, I want to lose weight, the first thing that is going to happen, you're going to say, oh, I'm so tired, I feel I can't do this, oh no, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the other day. It's your brain just keeping you safe, because it doesn't want you to stretch so much. It doesn't want you to do things that are outside of the normal. But when you try doing it, let's say I want to still, let me give that very example of losing weight and looking good. The only challenge that we do is then again we go to the gym and you're going to spend there 1 hour. But remember, this is your start. You're just starting out. How about you just take 5 or 10 minutes? Maybe do squats. Maybe you're not an outdoor person and say, hey, I want to just do it from one of the rooms in my house. Or when I finish, I want to do it closer to my workplace so that the time I finish work, I can easily pass by. So when you do that, then your brain registers and says, oh, we're not going to be stretched so much. Actually, it's just a workout. But remember, you also feel good after you've worked out. So when we understand that sometimes our brain is trying to keep us safe and to keep us from doing the things that seem hard for us, and we register and say, by the way, when I work out, there is a way I feel good, but I also don't do it for long. I do it for 5 minutes. And also the other thing, it's not so far away from work. And you know the other thing that I do, I carry my gym clothes with me to work, so that immediately I finish, I'm able to walk to that place where I work out from. Or have a partner that you do it with, a friend, anyone, so that they are able to remind you and say, hey, it's time to go. So when you have this, your brain will feel good about what you're doing, and then it will keep anticipating and looking forward to it. And when the brain keeps anticipating that there is something good, it will be easy for you to do. It won't avoid it. And then when that happens, you'll do it within your means, something that is not stretching you too much. Maybe 1 hour. Start slowly by slowly. Let's say it's writing that you want to do. I want to write very good blogs, but don't say I'm going to start with 15 pages a day. That is going to freak you out from trying. Start with something small and then break it down. And when you do, your brain will say, oh, by the way, it's easy. And then it will say, this is safe for us. Let's say you want to read. That is something I've always wanted. And this year, what I decided to do is to have a team of ladies that I'm reading with, and it has been a game changer. We missed twice every month, and we just share highlights from the book. And this is the month of April, and we are on our 4th book. Isn't that amazing? But how do I do it personally? Let's say a book has, let's say 200 pages. 200 divided by 30 days, that means how many pages will I read? Maybe I'm not a good mathematician, but that gives me the number of pages that I can read every other day. So that breaks it down. Instead of me reading 5 chapters a day, I know that every time before going to bed, maybe I'll read 3 pages. And with the 3 pages, I can easily write down and say, okay, these are my takeaways. So when I do that, I'm not stretching so far away from my normal. So that every time I pick my book to read, it's easy. My brain doesn't say, oh my, again, you're bringing another 5 pages. And it will be like, oh, I'm tired. I feel I can't do this. But because I've made it easy, it's 3 pages, it's 2 pages. And that has helped me to avoid procrastination, but also to keep stretching out of my normal, because I'm stretching out in bits. I'm breaking the work in bits. I'm not doing it all at once, and that has made life so easy for me to step out. So what is that one thing, one challenge that you would like to take on but you're really scared and you're wondering, how do I start? Start small. Make the first step, make the second one, and hey, it's going to be easy. You're going to enjoy the journey, and I hope you keep learning and stretching out yourself. Happy Easter Monday from me to you. So let me know, how are you going to take on these steps? Are you ready for the challenge? Take it on.